you? To me, depression is the constant feeling of being numb to emotions, being numb to life, and being numb to your sense. It's about waking up in the morning and wanting to go straight back to bed. Depression is as if you have come to a point in your life where you no longer want to see what is in front of you, because the past is where you want to spend most of your time. That is depression to me. So what is your depression to you? Hello everyone. Today my group would like to take this opportunity to talk about some informative speech that has been taking place in our society. The topic that we will be talking to you about is youth depression. A simple topic, but giving a huge impact in the society. In this video, we will share you on a journey through the types of depression youth face, its cause, its symptoms, treatments, and the charities that help with addressing the problem. The reason why I asked you for a definition of the depression is that your definitions may well have been different to mine. The teenage years can be really tough, and it's perfectly normal to feel sad or irritable every now and then. But if these feelings don't go away or become so intense that you feel overwhelmingly hopeless, helpless, you may be suffering from depression.
At the very beginning, you struggle with the little things, but you usually choose to ignore them. It's like a headache. You'll tell yourself it's temporary and it'll pass. It's just another bad day. But it's not. You're stuck in this state of mind. You get used to putting on a social mask and you continue to live among other people because that's what you have to do. That's what others do. However, the problem does not go away. You struggle to put on a play every day, and it starts to cost you more and more. That is why you fall even deeper, and that's when you slowly start to back away from friends and family, sometimes completely shutting them out. All satisfaction is gone. The little things that used to bring you joy are now worthless. Even the simplest tasks become painful, and that is why you lack motivation now. Why would you keep on trying if nothing makes you happy anyway? All of this makes you feel even worse, and you get caught up in a vicious circle. Suddenly you find yourself living in slow motion. Days become indistinguishable, just white noise, just heaviness filling your mind and spilling over your body. You feel as though you will never be happy again.
Youth depression is much more than feeling temporarily sad or down in the dumps. It is a serious and debilitating mood disorder that can change the way you think, feel, and function in your daily life, causing problems at home, school, and in your social life. When you are depressed, you may feel hopeless and isolated, and it can seem like no one understands you. But depression is far more common in youth than you may think. The increased academic pressures, social challenges, and hormonal changes of the teenage years mean that about 1 in 5 of us suffer with depression in our youth life. You are not alone, and your depression is not a sign of a weakness or a character flaw. Even though it can feel like the black cloud of depression will never leave, there are plenty of things you can do to help yourself deal with symptoms, regain back your balance, and feel more positive, energetic, and hopeful again.
Next, we move on to how to notice signs and symptoms of youth depression. It can be hard to put into words exactly how depression feels, and we don't all experience it in the same way. For some teenagers, depression is characterized by feelings of bleakness and despair. For others, it's a persistent anger or agitation, or simply an overwhelming sense of emptiness. However, depression affects you. And there are some common symptoms that you may experience. Firstly, you will constantly feel irritable, sad, or angry. Nothing seems fun to you anymore, which sometimes even the activities you used to love before, and you just don't see the point of forcing yourself to do them. Next, you feel bad about yourself, you feel worthless, guilty, or just wrong in some way. You are having trouble concentrating, thinking straight, or remembering things. Your grades may be plummeting because of it, and you started to be turned into alcohol or drugs to try to change the new way you feel right now.
Hello Nadia.
Hello, Candice. Wait, are you okay? Why did your voice seems like you are miserable?
I'm not okay. I feel like I'm having a depression towards my life right now. And I need someone to rely on or maybe to talk to. Can you help me?
Sure. Okay, first, take your breath and tell me how did you feel right now?
I feel like empty, useless with my life right now. Nothing seems right to me. Even I hate doing what I love to do. And sometimes I feel like no one appreciates me in this world.
I feel you, Candice, but you can't think it that way. You have many friends around you and you always have me to talk to. If you're feeling sad or something wrong with your feeling, you should not let your feelings take over yourself. You need to set in your mind and say, I'm fine, I'm good, I have a lot of friends that love me and I have a family around me who support me. Set it in your mind.
But how should I know that people around me will always there for me?
There is always people around you that care for you. Remember, you are not alone. Talk to your family if you have problem, or you can call me like you did right now. I know it's hard for you, but you need to fight for yourself, okay, Candice?
Thank you, Nat. I'm feeling a little bit better to have someone to talk right now. It seems like I feel someone is listening to me.
Don't mention it. Remember, don't hide your feelings, okay? Don't let the emotions control you.
If your negative feeling caused by depression becomes so overwhelming that you can't see any solution beside harming yourself or others, you need to get help right away. Asking for help when you are in the midst of such strong emotion can be really difficult, but it's vital you reach out to someone you trust, a friend, family member, or a teacher, for example. If you don't feel that you have anyone to talk to or think that talking to a stranger might be easier, call a suicide helpline. You will be able to speak in confidence to someone who understands what you are going through and can help you deal with your feelings. Whatever your situation, it takes real courage to face that and step back from the brink. You can use that courage to help you keep going and overcome depression. A factor that can cause for youth depression are heavy mental health conditions such as anxiety and eating disorder, learning disorder, or ADHD. Recent stressful life experience such as parental divorce or the death of a loved one, trauma from violence or abuse, or loneliness and lack of social support.
In the end, it is still about depression is not a secret and it will not go away. It is important that the cries of our friends do not go unheard. Now that we know more about the disease that is depression, let us not forget those who suffer from it every day. If you see someone who you think might be depressed, reach out a friendly hand. If you suspect the problem is more serious, use the information you have gained from this project and call the appropriate crisis or counseling center. No one needs to be left alone to battle depression. Recognize the signs and symptoms and you may make a difference in someone's life. If you are struggling with depression yourself, you don't have to go through it alone. tell a friend or trusted adult, or contact the local counseling or crisis centers. There is hope even when your brain tells you there is not. A quote by John Green. Thank you.